Hey, World Cup. You watch the World Cup?
Oh, I'm wearing one. I'm king here. In World Cup soccer, Mexico defeated Cameroon 1-0, or as it's known in soccer, a blowout. Right?
Yeah, very low-scoring games. You know?
Who wrote these? The enemy? Can't find a joke you like?
You don't want to do a dirty joke, Carl.
Absolutely.
There you go, sir.
Okay. Police in Tennessee arrested a teenage girl when they found a loaded handgun in her vagina. When questioned, her boyfriend said, I guess that explains why my cock... I can't say that word. I guess that explains why my cock kept getting blown off. I don't get it. A man in Chipata allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor that would help him become rich. Is it me, or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots?
I think maybe they were in cahoots.
Gee, who writes these?
Huh?
We should have this person locked up and looked at, or at least looked at.
I like that one. There you go. Let's do it. Let's do it funny.
This one's like two pages long and cut off at the end.
Come on, man. Do your best. Give it your best.
It's not even complete.
Give it your best shot, man.
Troubled starlet Lindsay Lohan had a cameo on Anger Management last week and managed to shock the cast and crew by showing up on time and even early. Later in the week, the Mean Girls actress was looking decidedly chipper as she posed on the red carpet at a clothing store launch in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Perhaps Lindsay is getting a jump start on her upcoming mandatory 90-day rehab, or maybe bartenders are just asking her to land someplace else, knowing the way liquor...
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, here's the rest of that joke. Adam Egan, finishing off the joke.
Makes her fly. Note, you know I can understand why someone in show business would want to drink liquor to soothe and steady her nerves. Why some people I know I drink liquor and get so steady they can't even move.
Oh my God. Okay, let's get back to Tom.
You wrote all these, Norm, or do you sit up and write all these? Or? Music is the universal language, but one day soon it will be replaced by Chinese.
Yeah,
That's right.
hey, we got some jokes.
All right,
If
but
that's all right.
But you know, are these street jokes?
No.
So you wrote them?
They're not. Someone wrote them.
Some of them wrote that you know.
Yeah, some
good.
people in this room.
Okay, cool.
Some people in this
Thank
room.
you.
I don't want to say who because in case the joke doesn't work.
Okay, all right. So
That's a start. You can just read it. You don't have to read ahead if you don't want. There's nothing.
no, I'll just read it then.
Yeah.
Boy, was it hot outside today. I went out to buy a California Pizza Kitchen signature pepperoni frozen flatbread, and by the time I got home, it was perfectly cooked and entirely eaten. 100% true.
Oh, you ate it. See, I love
Wait,
how
stop.
he laughs. I love how he laughs. It's just weird, right? Some of them are odd. I'm not going to lie to you.
Joke. I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. Wait, I got to get one that's going to make Bobby happy. I don't like when he scowls after that. Hey, All My Children star Matthew Cowles. You ever watch All My Children?
Sure.
Well, All My Children star Matthew Cowles has died at the age of 69.
Oh.
Or has he? It's what is All My Children called? It's called a
Soap opera?
Soap opera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Soap opera.
Where do you get these jokes?
Some guy. Hey, a cowboy at a rodeo in Georgia used his lasso to apprehend a gunman. At least this is according to a recent segment of America's hottest new game show. Georgia Police Blotter or episode synopsis from Walker, Texas Ranger.
It's a long one.
I know.
Too long. It wasn't beaded out properly. Where did these come from?
The only things certain in life are death, taxes, and getting caught whacking off in a Target dressing room.
Are these your tips?
I've learned that the hard way. You want to read a joke?
Yeah, man. Who wrote these jokes?
We can't say.
I'd like to do something about a film or something. Oh, good.
How do you know that fast? How do you know that fast?
glanced and saw.
I'm a good cheater. Fast and Furious 6 opens next week. The cast is getting a little older. It's less fast and furious and more like brisk and peeved.
Remember the good old days back when MILF stood for mentally ill ladies I'd like to fuck? That's right.
Do you have a writing staff?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
We have Steve O'Donnell.
Steve, these are really good.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog.
Man
It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog.
Yeah.
Used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it. Really. Do you write these for real? Do these come from the fucking YouTube? Are these from the audience? They write them? Did you read them? Did you write them or the audience?
Sure.
Recent studies show fish can communicate with each other using subtle physical gestures. One of their most common messages, let's leave this party early. I don't know, what is that?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a subtle, it's fucking his joke.
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. But it feels so good.
Try to expand my vocabulary by using new words to give my arguments more verisimilitude. Today's word is expand.
I don't get it.
I love people that say they don't get it because, you know, sometimes you tell a joke and they go, and then you explain to them and then they go, I don't like it. Well, you don't get to not like it. You didn't fucking get it. This is the section where we do jokes. Do you want to read one? Just read into that camera for the folks. Well, don't read it
out loud.
You have to read it out loud.
No, he didn't.
Oh, here, you read one.
Oh, all right. No.
You don't like that
No,
one
I
either?
mean, I like it. It just.
Do you understand that we're on the air? Yeah.
Oh, right. We all know that the Swiss are officially neutral.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this?
Well, that screwed up my time.
Who wrote this?
We don't have a name on it.
Do you have writers?
It's anonymous.
Well,
It's like I didn't write it. I didn't write that one.
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
Super Dave, why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write
Did
it.
you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes.
You read that?
It was it was written,
Oh
obviously.
my God Almighty! I'm not part of this.
No, it was written
No,
before.
I'm not part of this. No, you can't read that.
Well,
what about this?
Go ahead.
Read this one.
I can prove God exists if I can just find that damn receipt from our brunch in heaven.
That is so funny. That is so fucking funny.
Oh, this one's actually topical. We could nip March Madness in the bud if we watch for the warning signs of brooding antisocial February fever.
Who is writing this? You're doing this. This is your life. You're putting your life on it. You dressed like horseshit tonight.
No, that was Adam
but
Egan's
I don't
fault.
care.
That was
You
Adam
should have
Egan's
worn
fault.
I told you to bring a
some
wardrobe.
kind of a hose coat.
But that was
you
Adam
got
Egan's
a
fault.
thing with a hood.
But that was Adam Egan's
But then
fault.
you're reading these.
I
This
take
is
responsibility. That
you.
Sure, junkyard dogs are mean, but the meanest dogs are generally found guarding concentration camps. And it says here, there's a note. Early versions of the Jim Croce's 1973 smash hit Big Bad Leroy Brown. Do you remember that song?
Tell the people that.
No, do you know what you just said?
It
Do you have
included.
any idea what you just
This
read?
says it
No,
inclu-
did you have any idea what you just read?
that
It was an
junkyard dogs.
anti-Semitic joke about the concentration camp.
No,
Oh,
not
what do you mean,
anti-Semitic
no,
at
no,
all.
No, it's Semitic.
No.
Well, you know, I know what the problem
They
is.
use
'cause
Did you write it?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote it?
They
Are you-
use the meanest
wrote it?
dogs.
I don't know who wrote it, but I think the problem is that some
The
people might
people-
not know what the concentration camps
Oh,
are. So you might need to-
concentration camps were found in Poland.
Oh my God!
And
Oh,
what-
fucking
what?
almighty. Oh my Christ
Concentration
almighty.
camps
Please
were-
get my nurse. I swear to God, get her in here right now and
I'm
reel
trying
me
to
away.
explain to the
Did you
folks
have-
who
You are
Did you have too
fun-
much
You
salt?
know what? This is your first show, and these are the.
Well, I don't want to bring up the systemic, extermination attempt against the Jewry of Europe, but this says on this piece of paper that Bad Leroy Brown initially included the line "meaner than a concentration camp dog," but Croce decided it was unpleasant to the ear. And it was also offensive to Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals. Little did it matter, Croce would be dead with it. Well, this Lindsay Lohan can't swim a stroke, but she sure knows every dive in town.
That one I liked. That was my favorite. I'm keeping this.
That is a favorite. Did you write this?
I didn't write that one. No, I
Read
didn't
that
write-
one.
Call me an old softy, but I'd prefer it if you called me a distinguished gentleman with a flagging erection.
Oh.
I don't like that one.
I'll read that one.
Why are you going to make me read all this? Alfred the Great may well be the greatest monarch
Can you
in the
do me a
history.
favor? Can you find out what the traffic is like on the Santa Monica going to the desert?
Do you know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, I've seen it on every single
You've
commercial.
seen it. Then you'll appreciate this joke. I remember back when the Harlem Shake was just a black fella holding me upside down off a fire escape trying to collect his money.
Can you find out what the quickest way is to the Santa Monica Freeway, please? And don't call me again.
Super Dan.
I don't care about anything. You don't call me again. There's no last minute fill in. There's nothing. Okay? Thank God we're only reaching 50 people.
Wait,
That's
Super
all
Dan.
I can